The legacy of Lotus. A deep dive into Britain's iconic sports car manufacturer. Introduction. Lotus. A name that resonates with purity, performance, and precision. From the tracks of Formula One to the winding country roads of Britain, Lotus has long been synonymous with lightweight engineering and raw driving dynamics. But how did this legendary marque come to be? What makes its philosophy so unique? And where is Lotus heading in the future? In today's video, we're diving deep into the fascinating history, engineering philosophy, and future of Lotus Cars. Buckle up as we explore the evolution of one of Britain's most iconic automakers. Chapter 1. The birth of Lotus, the vision of Colin Chapman. The story of Lotus begins with one man, Anthony Colin Bruce Chapman. Born in 1928 in Richmond, England, Chapman was an engineering genius with an insatiable thirst for innovation. Unlike many automakers that started with commercial vehicles or luxury sedans, Chapman's passion lay purely in performance. In 1948, while studying at the University of London, he built his first car, the Lotus Mark I, based on an Austin 7 chassis. It was a rudimentary machine, but it embodied Chapman's core belief: simplify, then add lightness. This principle would guide every Lotus vehicle from that point forward. By 1952, Chapman formally founded Lotus Engineering Limited, operating out of a small workshop. His early cars were designed for competition, and it wasn't long before Lotus became a dominant force in motorsport. Chapter 2. The early years and breakthrough models. Lotus' first production car, the Lotus Mark VI, debuted in 1952. It was a lightweight, kit-built sports car that allowed amateur racers to experience Lotus engineering at a relatively affordable price. Then came the Lotus 7, launched in 1957. This stripped-down roadster became an icon, offering a visceral driving experience. It was so successful that Caterham still produces a modern version of it today. But Chapman had bigger ambitions. In 1958, Lotus entered Formula One, and by 1960, they had developed the Lotus 18, the first mid-engine car in F1. This set the stage for Lotus' dominance in racing. Chapter 3. Lotus in Formula One, a racing powerhouse. Lotus quickly became one of the most innovative teams in Formula One history. Chapman's engineering brilliance led to numerous groundbreaking advancements. 1962, the Lotus 25, the first monocoque chassis in F1, significantly improving rigidity and safety. 1967, the Lotus 49, introduced the legendary Cosworth DFV engine, which became the dominant powerplant for over a decade. 1970, the Lotus 72, revolutionized aerodynamics with side-mounted radiators in a wedge shape. 1978, the Lotus 79, the first successful ground effect car, using underbody aerodynamics to generate massive downforce. Lotus won 7 Constructors' Championships and 6 Drivers' Championships, with legends like Jim Clark, Graham Hill, Jochen Rindt, Emerson Fittipaldi, Mario Andretti, and Ayrton Senna piloting their machines. However, by the late 1980s, Lotus struggled to keep up with better-funded teams. The death of Colin Chapman in 1982 marked the end of an era, and by the early 1990s, Lotus F1 dominance had faded. Chapter 4. Road Car Revolution, the Elite, Esprit, and Elise. While Lotus was making history on the track, it was also producing some of the world's most exciting road cars. Lotus Elite 1957-1963, one of the first cars with a fiberglass monocoque, an extremely lightweight yet stiff design. Lotus Elan 1962-1975, a nimble, beautifully designed roadster that inspired the Mazda MX-5 decades later. Lotus Europa 1966-1975, a mid-engine sports car, bringing F1 technology to the streets. Lotus Esprit 1976-2004, one of Lotus' most famous cars, known for its angular design, Bond movie appearances, and incredible handling. The Lotus Elise, launched in 1996, brought the brand back to its core philosophy. With an extruded aluminum chassis and ultra-lightweight body, it became the benchmark for handling and driver engagement. Chapter 5. The struggles and revival of Lotus. Despite its engineering brilliance, Lotus faced financial difficulties throughout its history. Ownership changed hands multiple times. 1986. General Motors took control but struggled to make Lotus profitable. 1993. The company was sold to Bugatti, then quickly passed to Proton in 1996. 2017. Chinese automotive giant Geely acquired Lotus, bringing stability and investment. Geely's ownership marked a turning point, allowing Lotus to expand beyond its traditional niche market. Chapter 6. The future of Lotus, electrification and expansion. Under Geely, Lotus is embracing electrification while maintaining its core values. Some of the key future models include Lotus Evija 2020 present, a 2,000 horsepower all-electric hypercar, positioning Lotus in the elite hypercar segment. Lotus Emira 2021 present, the last petrol-powered Lotus, offering a mix of nostalgia and modern performance. Lotus Elan 2023 present, Lotus first SUV, powered by electricity, marking a bold new direction for the brand. With these new models, Lotus aims to reach a broader audience while still respecting its lightweight and driver-focused heritage. Chapter 7. The Lotus Philosophy, why it stands apart. So, what makes a Lotus special? It's not about sheer power, luxury, or straight-line speed. Instead, Lotus Cars focus on lightweight construction. Every Lotus is built to be as light as possible, enhancing agility and efficiency. Aerodynamic efficiency. Many Lotus models feature advanced aerodynamics, honed on the track. Minimalist interiors. No unnecessary features, just pure driving focus. Track-ready performance. Whether it's a Lotus Elise or an Evija, every model is designed to excel on a racetrack. Conclusion. The Lotus legacy lives on. Lotus has had its ups and downs, but its dedication to lightweight performance and cutting-edge engineering remains unchanged. From the mind of Colin Chapman to the high-tech electric future under Geely, the brand continues to evolve while staying true to its core values. Whether you're a fan of the classic Lotus 7, the iconic Esprit, or the futuristic Evija, one thing is certain: Lotus will always be about pure driving pleasure. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Lotus, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more automotive content. See you in the next video. That's your voiceover script, ready for your car culture YouTube video. Let me know if you need any tweaks.